Hello, Amador County, and welcome back. Well, the Amador County Supervisors voted 3-2 Tuesday to extend layoff notices for 10 more days for the top 8 positions on a priority list, and will consider bringing those back if everything goes through with the state for the county's lost funding in the amount of $1.1 million. Employees' 21-day layoff notices were to expire Wednesday, June 27th, and supervisors had to decide whether to let the notice period pass and in effect terminate all 24 positions. County Administrative Officer Chuck Eiley submitted a prioritized list of positions by department in order of importance to be recalled to work, and supervisors discussed the list and used it to determine which positions to extend layoff notices. The motion to extend the layoff notices was contingent on the county getting back funding from the Education Revenue Augmentation Fund and Triple Flip funds, which could be restored by pending state legislation and language in the governor's budget. The recall of 8 employees would be pending the return of the ERAF funds of property and sales tax and vehicle license fees lost to the county because of basic aid status of the Amador County Unified School District. The motion included putting $250,000 into public works, though they would not allocate it to roads right now, as previously discussed in the meeting. The use would be determined later. The motion put $250,000 to public works for repairs and the rest into contingencies. Supervisor John Plaz made the motion originally to have $250,000 go to roads, but made a later motion to not state exactly where the money in public works would go. Plaz noted that Eiley's list of positions showed total salaries of $1.6 million, which is in excess of the totality of the money that may be coming back. He also noted that the contingency goal of $1 million was only met by half, and the county continues to eat into its budget and carryover. Supervisor Brian Onetto said they need some type of union concession to keep all 24 positions. Even if they get some funds back, there's going to be some layoffs. It's just a matter of who. Supervisor Chairman Louis Boitano agreed with the recall. Plaz suggested taking about half of the employees and restoring positions. If the $1.1 million in triple funds were restored, then putting $300,000 to restore the contingency fund to $800,000 and the rest to priorities as established by Public Works. Onetto, Plaz, and Boitano voted for the motion, and Forrester and Novelli dissented. Forrester preferred more funding to go toward getting employees recalled to work. And Jackson City Council voted 5-0 Monday to approve a regional traffic mitigation fee program. Oversight Committee's approval of a loan of $200,000 in fee program funds to Sutter Creek's Prospect Drive realignment project. The council also voted approval of impact fee changes in the program to increase single-family home fees and decrease high-traffic commercial fees. City Manager Mike Daly said the changes were requested by the Amador County Transportation Commission in its annual report of the Regional Traffic Mitigation Fee Program. The report noted that the program collected $123,714 in 2010-2011, which Daly said is the smallest amount it had ever collected. Daly said the Traffic Impact Fee Program had funded 2 projects in Jackson, including parking at Main Street and Highway 4988, where Mellon Phase used to be, and one of the first projects funded by the local program. It also paid 50% of the Mission Boulevard extension. He said the loan would come from traffic impact fee funds approved of the extension of the Sutter Street in Jackson and Ione's West Ione roadway improvement system. The total loan to Sutter Creek project would be $250,000 and would be repaid as a top priority. Councilwoman Connie Gonsalves said the Bowers Drive intersection with Ridge Road was the poorest planned intersection of the county. She said, has anyone have talked to Caltrans about how messed up it is? And ACT member Councilman Keith Sweet said the intersection was done in that manner so Sutter Creek could get the Walgreens. Sweet said it was not done properly because Gold Rush was not built yet, and it was agreed by all that it was a bad intersection. Gonzalez asked why they did not leave the single-family impact fees the same and just decrease commercial fees, and Sweet said an appeal of fees by a pizza restaurant in Martell argued that it was exceptional to McDonald's because the latter drew traffic from Highway 49, but the pizza place argued that it would generate traffic from inside the shopping center. Sweet said ACTC spent the last year putting together an appeals process and decided to keep a broader list of these types of fees to reduce appeals. Councilman Wayne Garibaldi said the fees are too high and developers are seen as having big pockets, but make that a $50,000 impact fee is too large. He did not want to drive away businesses because of large traffic impact fees. The council voted to change the current high-volume retail traffic impact fee from $6,080 to $3,344 per 1,000 square feet, and approved the single-family impact fee increase by $838 to $3,878 per home. Amador County and 4 other city members of ACTC must ratify the rate change. Last week, Reader Sutherland and developers officially received a 25-year entitlement to two Plymouth residential subdivisions totaling about 500 single-family homes. City Manager Jeff Gardner said a development agreement reached between Plymouth and Bob Reader, Reader's Sutherland president, and his partners withstood a 90-day waiting period after approval of the project and annexation into the city before they received entitlement on the 500 units. He said no challenges were filed, and Gardner said he has been actively working for about 7 years on the project with Reader and his son-in-law, Stephen Horsesher. The Shenandoah Ridge and Zinfandel housing developments received Plymouth City Council final approvals last year and approval by the Amador County Local Agency Formation Commission for its project environmental work and annexation in March. He said the 90-day comment period expired June 20th without a protest or a challenge, and Reader Sutherland now has the green light and a 25-year entitlement to do the build-out on the project. Zinfandel Designs have 365 homes, and Shenandoah Ridge has 137 homes. Gardner said Reader would like to start by 2013, but he thinks it would probably be closer to 2014 because of a lot of work ahead. The developments require engineering and encroachment permits from Caltrans for the Highway 49 corridor, infrastructure, and agreement with Amador Water Agency to get water for projects, and Reed in past meetings was optimistic that the project could be built in 10 years. Gardner said the water system was designed for a 4% growth rate. Plymouth has a potable water pipeline connecting the city service lines with AWA's Tanner Treatment Plant in Sutter Creek, and the development's beginnings would mark the end to a long building moratorium in Plymouth and end 20-plus years in Plymouth's drought of virtually no commercial and no residential development. Amador County Supervisors approved extending layoff notices for 8 employees while awaiting the potential return of $1.1 million from state budget, but still face a layoff list of $1.6 million in salaries. Supervisor Vice Chairman Richard Forrester said he would be more in favor of trying to retain some of the positions beyond the 8 supervisors. Chairman Louis Boitano agreed. The total list of those getting layoff notices was 24 positions, 16 of which are full-time equivalents. 9 others are 60% or less full-time equivalent positions. Supervisor Ted Novelli said he would prefer giving funds to both area employees and Public Works, and noted that they would need approval of the union to bring people back as extra help. County Administrative Officer Chuck Eiley said they would have to discuss that with the union. Steve Bristow, business agent for Service Employees International, Union Local 1021, representing county employees, said the union can agree to the layoff notice extension. Eiley said the legislature was expecting to pass the state budget Wednesday, June 27th, and the remaining budget rider bills next week. He said the board could have a special meeting next Tuesday, June 31st, if needed. Eiley said none of the department heads are saying they don't need employees. Forrester said layoffs and recalls would go by seniority. Supervisor Brian Onetto said we're still eating into our carryover, and we either need to make some cuts now or bleed a little red ink, or keep staffing and bleed a lot of red ink. Boitano suggests crossing out part-timers and keeping what's left, or about 16 full-time positions. Supervisor John Plaz asked how much of the potentially restored $1.1 million should be dedicated to other use. He said, "I don't see the need to restore the full $1.1 million to the contingency fund right now." And stay with us. When I return, I'll have John Colburn with me, and we'll be talking about no casinos in Plymouth. You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN. Hello and welcome back. Quick look at our weather. And our map is showing us not much blue out there. We're sunny with a high of 87, a low of 56, winds west 5 to 8 miles an hour, and on Thursday, sunny with a high of 88, low of 55, winds west-southwest 5 to 8 miles an hour, and on Friday, sunny high of 87, low of 57, so it looks like similar days. Ozone levels moderate today and moderate tomorrow. And Highway 88 from Amador-San Joaquin County line to Highway 124, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wednesday through Friday, June 27th through the 29th. 20-minute delays, one-way traffic control for slope clearing. And on Sutter Creek, Stony Creek Road, Amador County Road, maintenance 6:30 to 3:30 p.m. Wednesday through Thursday, June 27th and the 28th. 20-minute delays for overlay. And goodbye for now. Tom Slivick. See you again next time.